Ever walk into a room and forget why you went in? You stand there, frozen, retracing your steps in your mind. Maybe you even laugh at yourself. But a quiet voice inside wonders, is this normal, or am I starting to lose it? That voice gets louder over time. A few more forgotten names, more moments of fog, a harder time staying focused. And then you find yourself Googling things like how to improve memory after 55 or early signs of cognitive decline. You don't say it out loud, but it's there, that quiet worry hanging in the background of your life. And what most people do next is puzzles, brain teasers, maybe some fish oil. They tell themselves it's just about keeping the mind active, that if they just keep using their brain, it won't get worse. But here's what very few people realize. Cognitive strength after 55 isn't just about thinking harder. In fact, the most powerful habit for brain health doesn't start in your head. It starts in your feet. I know that sounds strange, but stay with me. Let's rewind for a second. Most of us grew up believing that brain health means doing more mental work. Crossword puzzles, Sudoku, word games, even brain training apps that promise to boost your IQ. We think that if we just keep flexing our mental muscles, our brain will stay strong. But neuroscience tells a different story. Because while those mental exercises can help, they're not the main event. In fact, researchers now agree on one daily habit that beats them all for protecting memory and improving focus, especially after 55. It's not a supplement, it's not a special diet, and it's not meditation, although that helps too. It's walking. Brisk, intentional walking, that's it. And not hiking up a mountain or walking 10,000 steps a day, just moving at a moderate pace for 20 to 30 minutes, not for fitness, for your brain. It might seem simple, even boring, but under the surface, walking sets off a cascade of changes inside your brain that are nothing short of remarkable. When you walk briskly, your heart pumps more blood to your brain. That blood carries oxygen and nutrients that fuel your thinking, repair tissue, and support the growth of new neurons. Yes, even at your age, your brain can grow new brain cells. It just needs the right conditions. And walking creates those conditions beautifully. Every step you take helps stimulate a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as miracle grow for your mind. It encourages your brain to form new connections, strengthen existing ones, and stay more flexible, more adaptable, more resilient. In fact, scientists have found that people who walk regularly, not run, not do complicated workouts, just walk, actually have a larger hippocampus. That's the area of the brain most involved in memory and learning. And it's also the part that tends to shrink as we age. But walking can literally reverse that shrinkage. Let that sink in. A habit as simple as walking, daily, at a comfortable pace, can literally regrow the part of your brain responsible for remembering names, directions, appointments, and everything else that keeps your mind sharp. But that's not all walking does, because your brain doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's connected to every system in your body. And when your body is stressed, inflamed, or sluggish, your brain suffers too. When you walk, especially outdoors, you're also reducing stress hormones like cortisol. You're regulating your blood sugar, improving your sleep, calming your nervous system, all of which are quietly supporting better brain health in the background. Have you ever noticed that when you're stressed or anxious, it's harder to think clearly, harder to remember things? That's because stress diverts resources away from your brain. Your body is prioritizing survival, not learning. But walking shifts you back into a calm, focused state. A state where your brain can actually thrive, where ideas come more easily, where conversations feel smoother, where you don't feel so scattered all the time. This is why walking works so well. It doesn't just help your memory, it improves the environment your brain lives in. Now you might be thinking, okay, sure, walking helps, but is it really that big of a deal? Let me tell you what the research says. People over 55 who walk 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, experience better memory, faster thinking, stronger emotional resilience, and even a lower risk of dementia compared to people who don't move as much. And those benefits don't take years to show up. In many cases, brain scans reveal visible improvements in just 6 months. It's not a miracle, it's biology. Your brain was designed to work better when your body moves. The problem is, we've made movement optional. We drive everywhere, sit for hours, let days go by without getting outside. And slowly, we accept that mental fog is just part of aging. But it's not. It's not aging. It's inactivity. And that's what makes this so hopeful. Because if your brain is slowing down from lack of movement, the solution is simple. Move. Start small. If 30 minutes feels like too much, try 10 or 5. Walk around your house during phone calls. Pace while brushing your teeth. Park a little further from the store. It all adds up. And the goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. The brain loves rhythm, daily repetition, small signals that say, hey, I'm still alive, I'm still growing. And walking sends that message loud and clear. Now, let's talk about something else this habit does, something subtle but powerful. It changes the way you see yourself. When you walk every day, even for just a few minutes, you start feeling more in control, more grounded, more capable. And that feeling spills into other parts of your life. You stand a little taller. You respond instead of react. You feel just a bit more like yourself again. It doesn't happen overnight, but you'll notice it. The way you handle conversations, the way you remember little details, the way you carry your body. You'll start to feel like someone who's still sharp, still vibrant, still growing. And that confidence, that return of clarity, that's the part no one talks about. Because it's not just about reducing decline, it's about reclaiming joy and presence and agency. Walking gives you that. And here's a little bonus. If you can walk with someone else, a friend, a neighbor, your spouse, the benefits multiply. Because social connection is another pillar of brain health. When you walk and talk, your brain lights up even more. You're moving, you're thinking, you're connecting, all at once. But even walking alone is powerful. In fact, I know this may seem too simple, too obvious, maybe even too boring. But simplicity is what makes it so powerful. You don't need fancy tools. You don't need perfect weather. You just need to move. So the next time you forget where you left your keys, or you find yourself rereading the same sentence, or you feel that fog creeping in again, don't panic. Don't jump to the worst-case scenario. Pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, have I moved today? Then, lace up your shoes, open the door, and take that first step. Because this isn't about fighting aging. It's about supporting your brain in the way it was designed to be supported, through gentle, rhythmic movement, through blood flow, through presence, through care. And that care doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to be consistent. One walk at a time, one clear breath at a time, one confident moment at a time. You are not in decline. You are in transition. And your brain is still with you, ready, waiting, full of potential. So walk for your memory, walk for your clarity, walk for your future self, because every step you take today is one your future mind will thank you for. You've got this. And your brain? It's just getting started.